Welcome back to Python class, and today we are still going to look at how to update a tuple. Like I said earlier, when we were treating the tuple, I said tuple is unchangeable, that is, you cannot change or remove or add any item to the tuple that have been created. But there's always a way around it whereby you can update a tuple in Python. And how can we do that? Let's quickly define a tuple. Let's say our variable should be x equals to, then we have apple or cat, elephant. Alright, let's make this our tuple. Now, what can we use to convert or to update or okay, we are talking about update here or to change. Can we use to update or change our tuple? We can use a list. A list building function is what we are going to make use of, list method, which means we have to convert a tuple to a list, and after updating the list, we can now go back to convert it to a tuple. How do we do that? Now we are going to define another variable, we call it y, then we give it list function, and we put our tuple variable in it, which is x. Press enter, we have our tuple already in y. So if we print y, we have it in a list now. Can you see that? It's no more in a tuple. So if I say y, if I say print y location 3, we're going to have elephant. Now we want to add a value to it, or we want to change a particular value. We already know that location 3, the value at location 3 is elephant, and the value at location 2 is cat. Now we want to change the value at location 2 to bed. Now what are we going to do? What we need to do is just to take our location, which is y location 2, then equate it to whatever variable we want to use, bird, and we press enter. Now we need to convert it back to tuple. Remember, this y is now a list. Then we need to convert it back to tuple so that we can have a new object, or sorry, we can have a new value that have been changed in the tuple. And that means we are going to have what? X equals to tuple y. Now let's print our x. And we have this as bird. So we've changed the cat to bird. So that is how to update or change your tuple. Also, how can you add a value to a tuple? Now we are going to change this tuple again, this x tuple. We change it, let's say z is equals to list x. Change our tuple to a list. Then we want to add another item to it. This time around, we are not changing a value, but we are adding to it. So by so doing, we are going to write w is equals to z dot append, which means we are adding that list to it. So z dot append. Exactly now. Okay. Do I need to put the variable now? No, I don't need to add it. So z dot append, make the work easier. What are we appending? We put a value, a word. We want to add orange. Then we have this. Automatically, we have orange appended. We can add another one again. Z dot append. Let's add kiwi. All right. Now we add orange and we add kiwi. So now we need to convert back to tuple in order to have our tuple and all the values we add into it. So we now say our tuple is x. So we say x is equals to tuple z. Then print x. Sorry, I put capital letter X. All right. Then we have everything as apple, ball, bird, elephant, orange, and kiwi. So that is how to add items to our list to a tuple. So also we can use another method to add a tuple to a list. Another method that we can do, we want to add another tuple now, another value to the tuple. And what can we do is that we already have our tuple, which is x, and the next thing we need to do is we have our y by saying, okay, let's use, I'm not using y, let's still use z. And we say equals to or let me just put another value, zo equals to, put a tuple, and we say mango, enter. Then our tuple is x, so we want to increment the tuple now. So we say x is equals to, oh sorry, I said we want to increment it, so that will be x plus equals zoo. Was wrong. Okay, I didn't put a comma in my zoo. Let's see what we go on now. Zoo is equal to z, this then x equals to, x is equals to plus equals zoo. Yeah, now it's correct. The reason why it threw error the other time is based on the fact that I didn't put a comma after the value I want to insert in the tuple. So then if I print x now, we are going to have mango included in the list. Can you see now? So these are the method of increasing or of adding a value to your tuple. And we've also looked at the method of adding a tuple, adding a value to your tuple, or how to change a tuple value. Then how can you remove an item from a tuple? It's still the same way. First you convert to list, then you use the list method, the remove method of list to remove whatever item you want to remove. Then you convert back to tuple, and at the same time you have your data. Let's quickly do that. Now we have our x as our tuple, so we need to convert it. Let's say your equals to list x. Now we have our as a list dot remove. So which one are we removing? Remove orange. Then we now have what? X equals tuple yo. So by so doing, print x, then we have our answer as what? Apple, ball, bird, elephant, kiwi, and mango. Now orange is out of the tuple. So that is how to convert or remove your item from tuple. Then you can also use delete tuple. That is, you delete the variable name you use to store your tuple. For example, if I do that now, it's going to clear everything. So let's quickly do that. We say delete del, that's delete x, because x is the name of our variable. Then when I try to print x, you see that we are going to have error. Can you see that? Because x is not defined, we have deleted it. So that is that under tuple, under the addition, removal, and updating of tuple. Then let me quickly